Good afternoon and welcome to another Content Corner. Today we're going to be talking about VAT compliance. And we've talked about what flat rate is, we've talked about how to set up VAT. We've covered many topics on VAT. But the one thing we've not really covered is your filing. How does the quarterly returns actually work? So the first thing to say is that here in the UK, the VAT returns are done on a quarterly basis. So for example, January, February and March of all of your sales in January, February and March will be totted up, all right? And then we'll basically work out what you owe in those months. Now, the first thing to say is not everybody is in the same period. So January and February and March is one period, but February, March, April is another, and so on, all right? So you might not be in you will be in a set period, but you might not be January, February, March, all right? But I'm going to use January, February, March as an example. So what happens is when we do your filing, is we take all of your sales that have happened in January, February and March. Now the period ends on the 31st of March. Now you have a month and 7 days before you have to file your return. Now that return is therefore due on the 7th of May. So the period ends on the 31st of March. You've then got the whole of April and until the 7th of May before you have to file. Now in that period, when I say file, that means pay HMRC what you owe them. All right. Now that's really important to note, because if you send us all the data and all of your information on the 6th, the chances are we're not going to be able to get it done in time for the 7th. So this is how we work. On the 3rd of the month, so your period ends on the 31st of March. On the 3rd of April, we will email you and ask you for some data. Now, we do it on the 3rd, and the reason for that is that because the Amazon reports come out on the 3rd of the month. Now, what do we need? Well, we need everything you've sold in the UK or the EU, and we need those reports. So it could be Amazon, it could be eBay, it could be Shopify, it could be wherever you sell, we need that information. All right. We also need all your shipping invoices, where you've shipped your import VAT that you've paid, and all of those commercial invoices, and we then get the certificate for those at this end. Now, the other thing you might need is any VAT invoices you've paid. So if you've paid VAT on any services here in the UK, then we can reclaim that as well, all based on you being on the standard rate scheme, of course. So I think there's a few things in there. The quicker you get us the data, the more notice we can give you on what you need to pay on the 7th of the month. There's the first thing. The second thing, if you haven't sold anything, you still have to tell the government what you've sold. If you don't, they will make up what you've sold and send you a fine. If you are late for your filing, you will get fined. Okay? So we want to make sure that everyone files on time. It's really straightforward. It's not that difficult. Your VAT agents will contact you, be in touch with you, and talk you through the process. But what I wanted to just say today is it's really simple. You send us the information as early as you possibly can at the end of the 3 months. We then get that data. We then work out what you need to pay in terms of VAT. We look at your import VAT, we look at any VAT services you've paid, and we look at your sales VAT. We look at where you've sold in the EU, whether you're meeting thresholds and everything else. And then we tell you how much VAT you need to pay to the UK government. It's straightforward. It's easy for you by using a service like ours. But if you don't use a service like ours and you're doing it yourself, hey, that's absolutely fine. There's no drama with that at all. I've just given you when you need to pay. At the end of the quarter, you need to pay by the 7th of May in that example. Hopefully that's been useful. Hopefully you found that of benefit, and that you can think about now what you need to do. Remember, the end of the quarter, you send us all your information and you need to pay by the 7th of the following month. That's it from me. I'm Andy from Global E-Commerce Experts. I hope you have an amazing day. Stay safe, look after yourself. We hope your expansion is going really well here in the EU. If you need any support or help, there is tons of videos and content available from us about what you need to do to successfully expand. If you like this, please like, comment or share to help us to reach and make sure we get that message to other sellers just like you. Apart from that, stay safe. Thank you.